There are those conversations some parents dread or nervous about having with their children because the parties involved may not be ready to hear what has to be said or needs to be said. The subject can vary, but have you ever had to discuss coming home alive with your child? It's an unfortunate topic that many people of color have. Here's this week's Our RVA.
Images like these seen across the country are forcing Americans to have a discussion about protests, violence, and when will it stop.
The first thing that goes through your mind is, here we go again, because it seems to be like a repeating thing that goes on.
But for black parents like Timothy Mallory, it only serves as a reminder of making sure he has the talk with his son, Timothy Mallory II, a graduating senior at Hermitage High School.
Your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
The talk we're referring to is about how to interact if stopped by police.
You know why I stopped you?
We've talked about it ever since he became about 4.5 feet tall. So it's been years now.
It's going to be the same conversation over and over until I get it, though, to get it fully in my head and able to go out in the world and do that.
Mallory is the president of the Concerned Black Men of Richmond, which is an organization that serves to provide positive role models and mentors to the youth from 5th to 12th grade in the city. Right before the pandemic hit, Mallory took his mentees on a field trip to the Richmond Police Academy for an activity trip they called What to Do When Stopped by the Police.
Life and death situations crop up all the time. It's just a matter of you having the tools that are necessary, and that's what we're trying to give these young boys that we have.
The mentees participated in role-playing scenarios that included how to properly react when officers approach the vehicle.
Grab something, they're going to think you have a weapon in the car. So that's why it's important to always have your hands on the wheel.
The cops are always going to tell you, let me see your hands. So make sure, little things like that, just to make sure that he may not end up as one of these statistics.
The talk is nothing new.
The reason we have to have this talk is because you are a black child in America.
It's a conversation that's been happening for generations because parents of color know just how important it is to pass down this information.
It's not your fault.
Mallory has had to apply the same tools he's teaching his son and mentees.
I've been pulled a number of times. It's just a matter, sometimes they'll just pull you over and ask you for your identification and stuff. And I've never had what I would call a bad situation. I just followed the protocol because, my dad told me the same things.